What's going on, everybody? Today's video, it's an update video today. Today I wanted to talk about some of the projects that I've had in mind for a while that I wanted to tackle, but I just have not dove into them yet. They've sort of been on the back burner, so to speak. And so today I thought, hey, I should talk about these a little bit. One of the things that I've been working with is the SCSI interfaces that some of the intelligent systems development equipment used for systems like the N64. The review that I did, the hardware demo that I did in the past, Intelligent Systems Viewer 64. And this is a development cartridge that allows, message debugging, that kind of thing, and also real-time analysis of ROMs or your different games that are under development. You can view them in real time on the console. So it's just like a standard debugging flash cartridge, but it doesn't do real-time source code debugging like the Partner Series development cartridges. For those of you that are interested in finding out more about this development cartridge, I have done a hardware demo on this in the past, and so you can check it out. Link is in the description to that video, and it's also above. Now, as I was saying, these systems use a SCSI 2 interface, and it has a special type of port on it. One thing that I wanted to try was to try and do the stereotypical setups the Intelligent Systems had proposed to different developers and different studios to use, and where they would have multiple SCSI-based interfaces to the different pieces of hardware that they had, all daisy-chained. So as you can see here in this graphic, this is where they would have multiple SCSI-based interfaces connected in a chain, because essentially that's what the standard protocol for SCSI allows. I think it's up to 16 or 17 devices. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. I haven't checked it in a while. Multiple pieces of hardware can be daisy chained from one system to another. Now, regardless if it's an Intelligent Systems piece of hardware or not, even if it's a standard piece of computer equipment, a lot of the time you'll notice that they have two SCSI ports on the single piece of hardware. And again, that is for the purpose of daisy chaining one piece of equipment to another, to allow the protocol to travel down that chain of multiple pieces of equipment. And usually the way it works is the final device in the chain would have one of these terminators that they hook up to it. Now, with that said, one of the things that I wanted to try was to actually do this recommended setup that Intelligent Systems had proposed, which was to daisy chain multiple pieces of development equipment. Now, with the fact that I've got a collection where I can actually do this, I thought it would be really cool to share that with people and show you guys what it's like and how it works with the multiple pieces of equipment all hooked up and daisy chained, and have the development PC recognize the multiple pieces of SCSI hardware, and then try to implement the different pieces of software either simultaneously or just at least being able to use it in a single workstation. As an example, you have the Intelligent Systems Viewer 64 cartridge with a SCSI interface on the top. And then you have systems like the Intelligent Systems NU64 Flash Gang Writer. That system I'd covered in a video in the past, so I'll provide a link to that video in the description for those of you that are interested in checking that out. It's definitely a really cool hardware demo. I go very in depth. And one of the pieces of equipment that's very similar, which I have not covered yet, that I have, is the AGB Flash Gang Writer. So this is a piece of development equipment by Intelligent Systems, and it works pretty much exactly the same way as the NU64 Flash Gang Writer for the Nintendo 64 flash cartridges. Now, the difference is this one is designed for the Nintendo Game Boy cartridges, whether it be the standard Game Boy Color, or the Game Boy Advance, the AGB cartridges. And so as you can see here, there's multiple ports here for inserting multiple cartridges. And then on the back, you can see the dual SCSI interface ports, and those are MDR50 connectors, which is really popular with a lot of the Intelligent Systems hardware. And so a lot of people had trouble interfacing to these because they weren't the standard HD50, which a lot of the regular, it's sort of a standard for PCs to use, but this is the MDR50, and so it was a little harder to find. Anyhow, so my plan is to actually daisy chain these systems together, so that we have, up to three, say if I have the NU64 on one, daisy chained to this Game Boy Flash Gang Writer, and then from there I connect to the Intelligent Systems Viewer 64 development cartridge. I thought that would be really, really cool. And we'll test out the hardware with the software, which would just be something cool to try. And here's one of the cables that I built. And this is for connecting to the Intelligent Systems hardware. And that has the very hard to find MDR50 connector. And it goes from that, which I've connected to different pieces of ribbon cable, down to a HD 68. So this is the ultra wide SCSI. But you could go to the standard HD 50 as well if you wanted to, just depending on the system you have. But I just decided to use that because my card in my PC had the ultra wide SCSI. So anyway, that was one of the cables I built. So my plan is to build multiple cables with the HD50 connectors, and then we'll try and do this daisy chain with all the different pieces of Intelligent Systems hardware. Pretty cool. So that's the video today, guys. Again, it's just an update to keep you guys in the loop, let you know where I'm at, projects that I'm thinking of tackling, and ideas that I've had. So it could be a lot of fun once I start to, getting the ball rolling with these. And hit the like and subscribe if you can. It's always appreciated. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate it. So we will see you in the next video. Take it easy, and bye for now. Ciao.